Looking for a short up here. We're going to take the 4150s. I wanted to get a little bit better position, but we're going to take the 4150s. The tick went up to the second standard deviation, and so far most of the day it's been pretty good. And in combination with the 5-tick reversal chart, the 42s is right where the initiative the initiative bid activity occurred. Would have been nice to have a little more cross trade, but the volume's light today. Initially, the previous trade, we just got stopped out for 1.25 times 2. Our entry was 40.25. If we would have liquidated the position, we would have been filled. But the reason for liquidating the position, I think, was valid at the time. So that's fine. Now we'll look for our targets here. Since the market's not very volatile, we're just going to liquidate both contracts at the same time at the target. That target will probably be 39 and change. This market's just dead. There's just no volume here. It's just meandering. I'm not real happy with this position we have, although everything with the tick is still negative, you might say. It's the majority of the volume is on our on the bottom of the zero line, and the slope of the regression has been sort of flat all day to a negative bias, just slightly. I'd like to get out of this 50 at a 25 tick. See if we can get a 25. There's 25. Let's see if we can buy them at the 25s. Buy them back, I should say. Alright, there's the 25s. We got out of them at 25. Let the video run just to see where the market runs. Just we've been sitting here now through the EFGH period. It's almost the I period, and just not moving. So you know, why take opportunities that offer more risk and little reward? I'd like to have a little more volatility. The action in the morning in the A, B, and C period, well, actually the A to the bottom of the A and the B and then the C with a retracement gives you a lot of opportunity. Then you know, you sort of die here in this G and H period. There's a little bit of rotation from the low at the E to the high of the F, but not much in the G and H here. So we're flat now. I think we're going to take a break. I'd like to wait for a retest, but we're going to take the 43s, short 243. And the reason we did this was we pushed up into the area where we had resistance last time. I just got done saying I would like to have waited for just a little bit to see a retest, which we didn't. Tick is testing the second deviation. We've had really low volume on a little sell-off. I might be on the wrong side of this trade. This might be a mistake here. But we're in this damn thing, so let's see if we get any cross trade above here. Pause the video for a bit. Yes, this is the area, certainly, that the passive turned initiative earlier in the afternoon in the F to G periods. Transition from F to G, I should say. It was near the end of F, about 12:30. The F period ends at 12:30. It was about 12:20. So we saw enough cross trade. That was probably a premature entry. The 4350s. I much would have preferred a retest, but since there's not much volatility today, I'm certainly less patient than most days. Most days I can usually wait for retest. Today though, it's just like watching paint dry. Tried to take a break for a few minutes, but that was unsuccessful. We're anxious, watching with, excitement, the new chart that we have. When we're stopped out, we'll have to look at that poor decision making. I saw on the 5-minute chart under our New York stock tick chart that we actually were making higher highs and higher lows since the 12:30 hour, and I was talking about earlier going back to the mean since we're in a balanced day. That was my error. Previously, we had the positions for that. We had the buys in the 40-25 area and the 40-50 area. Just ran out of patience after the long consolidation. I'm gonna pause video. Well, this is the area that there was resistance earlier, right up here at the 44s. This is where the passive turned initiative. The 45s is where that happened. Remember, we were talking about that earlier. We don't see a whole lot of cross trade up here, though. A little bit. We're going to take the 44.50 short. I don't think we got the best trade location at 44.50. I think the E period high was 45.25. I should have been earlier to recognize that the passive trade in the 45s turned initiative in the 44s, but at least we got the 44 and 44.5s. I beat myself up over a point. We're at the upper end of today's value range, which is a narrow value range, about 5 points. I probably shouldn't even be trading today, especially since I've already identified that the range from the E period high to the F period high to the H period low is only about 6 points. Probably on the wrong side of this trade. And one of the reasons why I say we're on the wrong side of this trade is, it consolidated at the value area low for a long time. The last thing we need is to consolidate at the value area high for a long time with a 44.5 position. There's just no reward and too much risk for a little pop up where the J period just opened up now. If we pop up just a couple points, that's where our stop is. We'll monitor the position. And like I say, the 45s have to hold. The 45s is where the cross trade in a passive manner initiated activity. So if there's conversion here, we can certainly be above the value area high with little effort. We see a little bit of activity finally coming to the market here. Now what has to happen is we need to hit the bid. Sellers need to enter the market and drive, hit the bid at sequentially lower prices. The New York tick is at the standard deviation. The majority of the day has been below the regression line. The last couple bars have been positive in the tick, so this could be why there's passive selling here. Again, people are taking advantage of selling stocks. Well, I shouldn't say taking advantage of selling stocks. We'll pause the video. We still have both positions on. We're going to liquidate both at a time at a price. This market's just not going anywhere fast. But we anticipate to go back down to the other end of value at least, which is 1340. Here comes the 1340s. We're approaching the I period low. I'm going to pause the video here, see if we can get a fill in low 41s or high 40s. We're going to take the 41.50s if we can get filled. Pause the video. Okay, there's the 41.50s out. We'll produce this video. We got 6 points on that trade, 3 times 2.